Hello, I am Dr. Gorachand Ghosh speaking. Pranam to the elders, love and best wishes to the youngers, and namaskar to the same age group people of Greater India and Indian origins around the globe. I started my career as a physics scholar at the Padang University, West Bengal, India in 1976 for doing research on nonlinear optical laser devices. In 1982, I received the Japanese government Monbusho scholarship for doing research work on optoelectronics at the Tokyo University. After that, I did research on optical fibers at the Central Research Laboratory of the Furukawa Electric Company Limited in Tokyo. I did some fundamental research work there. In 1986, I returned to India for the development of my mother India, and I had several positions in the Calcutta University and Jabalpur University, besides the Hindustan Cables Limited as a manager of optical fiber. However, I migrated to Australia in 1992, and then in 1993 I moved to Japan for carrying out research work on high-tech field of optical technology as an Australian. In this period, I have solved some fundamental problems on optical materials and optical fibers communication technology for the whole world. And my name was nominated and published in the Marquis Who's Who in the World in 1996 as a physicist and educator. Subsequently, I wrote a reference book as a single author, and it was published by the Academic Press of USA in 1997. In 1999, I was the co-editor of another handbook published by Academic Press. I am a Google Scholar because of these fundamental research works. Since April 1999, I am doing part-time research on Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose with the advice of my Japanese professor, Dr. Hiroyoshi Yajima. He gave me 2 photo albums of Netaji and unpublished written articles of his father, Masayoshi Kakitsubo, who was the yellow-cam interpreter and later on a personal secretary of Netaji in World War II. On 19 September 2017, I have written the ebook Unknown Facts of Netaji, Japan and Southeast Asia, and published by Amazon all over the world. Subsequently, on 23rd of November 2019, Amazon has published the paperback book all over the world. Both the books are forwarded by Dr. Hiroyoshi Yajima, and the books are dedicated to Masayoshi Kakitsubo. The ebook was presented to Narendra Modi on his birthday gift in September 2017. Mr. Ajit Dhawal knows it very well since there was some mischievous incident happened in the PMO office. On this important day, that is 125th birth anniversary, I am going to explore the unknown events of Netaji in Singapore after coming out from Japan on 2nd of July 1943 with Rash Behari Bose. Junichi Terauchi, Supreme Command of the Japanese armies in the south at his headquarters in Singapore, wholeheartedly welcomed them. Next day, that is on 3rd of July, Netaji took over the command of the Indian National Army, INA, and reviewed 13,000 officers and men who lined up in the tropical scorching sunlight at the city square. Netaji expressed his philosophy in his stirring and historical speech. Netaji was welcomed to Singapore by putting 2 white flowers garland hung around his neck by the army men and women cadets. Here, the rare photograph by the women cadets is shown here. Monologue of Netaji to the audience of INA in Singapore on 5th of July 1943 at the Padang Park is a memorable one. Soldiers of Indian Army of Liberation, today is the proudest day of my life. In my books, everything is published elaborately. Toie also visited Singapore for inspection to the INA. Subsequently, on 5th of August, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose addressed to the INA soldiers at Padang Park, Singapore. He questioned if they felt Joy Hind and Chalo Dilli as part of them, as the slogans were part of himself. The response of the soldiers was overwhelming and electrifying. Because of our political enslavement, we have no tradition like that of Mukden, Port Arthur or Sedan to inspire us. We have to unlearn some of the things that the British taught us, and we have to learn much that they did not teach. And remember that out of your ranks will be born the future General Staff of the Army of Free India. On 21st of October 1943, Bose announced the formation of the Provisional Government of Azad Hind, that is Free India, with himself as the head of state, Prime Minister and Minister of War at the Cathy building in Singapore. The Provisional Government not only enabled Bose to negotiate with the Japanese on an equal footing, but also facilitated the mobilization of the Indians in East Asia to join and support the INA. After announcement of the Provisional Government received recognition from various countries including Japan, Burma, Croatia, Germany, the Philippines, Nanking, China, Manchukuo, Italy, Siam, that is Thailand, among others. Immediate recognition came from Dr. Bamau, that is Provisional Government of Burma, on 24th of October 1943 for all sorts of help while carrying out the struggle. This photograph of the cabinet is shown here as published in the Amazon ebook on 19th of September 2017 for the first time in the world. First row from right to left is A.C. Chatterjee, Lieutenant Colonel J.K. Bhosle, Dr. Lokki Saminathan, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, A.M. Sahai, and S.A. Iyer. Again, second row from right to left, Lieutenant Colonel Guljara Singh, then Nawaz Khan, then Colonel Aziz Hamed, then Colonel Muhammad Jaman Kiani, then Lieutenant Colonel N.S. Bhagat, then Lieutenant Colonel Isan Kadir, then Lieutenant Colonel Loganathan. In this context, I must let you know that after publication of my ebook, the Indian topmost copyright violator cum criminal, Anuj Thor, has stolen all the ebook photos and shared with his more than 20,000 Facebook public group Mission Netaji Discussion Platform Group members. And he is defaming Netaji as a Gumnami Baba without having a single proof of scientific evidence. There was no proof in the world that Netaji went to Russia or from Russia he came back to India. There is not a single proof of evidence till now. And there is no Netaji died in the plane crash accident. That is proved in my all books with facts and truths. Again, he is just still arguing to the government, some files are there, but there is no file at all. Netaji was not a coward man to be slaved like a Gunai Baba or any Baba. He told in his oath that until his last drop of blood, he will fight for India's freedom movement, freedom. Now you can see that his proclamation, in this proclamation, you can read that kind of his oath, how he wrote. And this is the proclamation, I think, first time in my book published here. Again, another top secret comment, top secret, Tojo government gave the Andaman Nicober Island to the Hind government on 6th of November 1943. That is also published in my books, but that is in Japanese. That is government transfer of Andaman and Nicobar to Azad Hind government. Netaji came to Andaman and Nicober Island on 29th of December 1943 with Sahai, Rawal and Raju and was received by the Japanese admiral at Port Blair. A warm welcome party was arranged by the enthusiastic Indians and Burmese living there. Also, his flag hosting, he renamed Andaman as Sohid Deep and Nicobar as Swaraj Deep. After receiving my ebook gift of Netaji in September 2017, Modi ji hoisted the flag at Andaman on 75th anniversary of Azad Hind government, and also that flag hoisting 30 December 2018, and has renamed the deeps but not Swaraj and Sohid. But at least he did something on 30th of December 2018 to commemorate the 75th anniversary. On 14th of April 1944, INA occupied Moirang, the first time that Indian territory, Imphal, but lost within a week by the invasion of the USA military bomber planes. Netaji never ever gave his brigade's name as Gandhi, Nehru, Azad. Only the distorted historian, Congress 2's historian, Shahnawaz Khan wrote in his book, and the book was forwarded by Nehru in 1946. He was a slave of Nehru throughout his life, since he got back his life not to be hanged in the INA military trial. After lost at Moirang, Netaji broadcasted to India day in and day out, requesting to kill and burn both Gandhi and Nehru in broad daylight, since they were false and discredited leaders. This is an UK government archive document. This is not any Indian or any other country. It is a 100% truth. This was published document in 1944. Netaji and INA gave the freedom of India. However, suppression of fact is a criminal offense. Nehru suppressed the facts of India's independence, and he was a real indirect war criminal, not Netaji as he claimed. Gandhi and Nehru did not believe the death of Netaji and claimed that Netaji was hiding in Russia as a war criminal without having a single proof of scientific evidence till to date. You can see this is the Indian archive document where Clement Attlee, they sent a letter to Clement Attlee about Netaji was a war criminal. They claimed, nowhere in any part of the world they claimed Netaji was a war criminal. Here you can see Clement Attlee claimed only because of Netaji's wartime activities, and the INA and naval revolt forced them to leave India, and India got the freedom. This is the important document. Anybody can read about this document. I have requested to Modi ji on 22nd of November 2020 relating to Netaji on the eve of his 125th birth anniversary by email. Instead of International Patriotic Day, Modi ji declared it as Parakram Divas since 23rd of January 2021. Also, my third request was approved. That is, I requested military dress Netaji statue should be erected at the India Gate. And here already this is some sort of statue. They made it. It will be opened on 23rd of January 2022 as shown here. I have given him this photograph as a military dress photo of Netaji for this purpose. This is a military dress photo of Netaji, but at least they did a good thing. They put one side as a sword and salute. This is a good idea. They did it. That is okay. But at least full size of the photograph, I think you cannot find Netaji's full size photograph of a military dress. You cannot find anywhere. Now I am waiting for the third request to bring back the ashes of Netaji from the Renkoji temple to scatter in the Ganges water and to keep at the Netaji temple in Varanasi. On the eve of 125th birth anniversary of Netaji, I have written an ebook in Hindi, Anjan, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, and it was published by Amazon all over the world on 11th of March 2020. Also, on this important year, all the correspondence to the Indian government since August 2018 relating to Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose are published in my updated Amazon ebook on 16th of June 2021. Some Indians claimed how the ebook can be updated. They had no knowledge of any book writing or anything. They just claim they are just busy with the social work, just like Facebook, Twitter, without performing any kind of activities. On Netaji's 25th birthday anniversary, Modi government must declare: number one, Netaji was the first Prime Minister of Greater India, and 21st October 43 was our Independence Day. Nehru was the first PM of divided India on 15th of August 1947. Interested Netaji lovers can subscribe the YouTube channel Gorachand Ghosh to know about Netaji based on recent Amazon books, that is ebooks, English and Hindi, paperback book, English, published all over the world. The Indian links for English is this one and for Hindi this one. Jai Hind, Jai to Netaji, Bande Mataram.